Hello students, welcome to class. I'm Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, and this is a necklace that I wear sometimes. You can see that the writing is forward, but sometimes it's also backwards, and I wear it this way when I'm doing my TikTok live stream because everything's backwards over there. So this is kind of cool, so I can wear it this way if I'm walking around outside and I want to talk about veganism. It's a great way to get a conversation started, and this is for the TikTok live streams. Now, somebody I know who is a moderator on my channel named Carrie said that she liked it, and I said if anybody wants one who's a moderator, who's a great helper to me, I will send it to them. And that's what I'm doing. So I've got this here. I got it done by somebody near me with a 3D printer. And I had the hole made in there also during the 3D printing. And I had to buy this elastic and put this in here. So I had to pay the guy for the 3D printer. So if anybody actually is interested in having some of these, I might be able to send them to you in the future. But right now we're focusing on Carrie. Now the laws here in Italy are such that the envelope has to be a certain size, and I don't have an envelope. So I decided what I was going to do is use this packaging here because I thought about using another one and it was too small. So this should be okay. And at the same time, it's a chance for me to talk to you about seitan. Now, if you don't know what seitan is, this is what it looks like. And what I decided to do as well is to teach you guys that you can easily look things up by going, for example, to ChatGPT or just going online. So I asked for you guys here, what is seitan? And if you look at it, we're going to read this together. It says, it's pronounced like that, seitan. It's a high protein food made from vital wheat gluten, the main protein in wheat. It's been used for centuries, especially in Asian cultures, as a meat alternative long before modern vegan products existed. All right, so this seitan is nothing new. So let's look at why it is good for the planet. Well, first of all, it is cruelty-free. It's a protein powerhouse. Seitan contains about 25 to 30 grams of protein per 100 grams. So you guys can memorize that, actually. It's a good fact to memorize, which is similar to or even higher than most meats, all right? So if somebody's telling you that you should be worried about protein when you're vegan, you can say, nope, not worried at all because I can eat this. And of course, thousands of other foods contain protein. Unlike meat, it doesn't come from a terrified, enslaved being who wanted to live. No one was raped, electroshocked, or had their throat slit for it. So I love ChatGPT because ChatGPT understands me and understands that I am an ethical vegan. Let's keep going here. It's low in fat and cholesterol free. Seitan has virtually no saturated fat and zero cholesterol, making it great for heart health. Meat, dairy, and eggs, on the other hand, clog arteries and are directly linked to heart disease, the #1 killer in many countries. So instead of hurting animals, getting a high cholesterol level, you can just go ahead and get some seitan and just cut this up, put it on a sandwich if you want to, or just warm it up in the microwave and dip it into mustard. You can decide how to cook it. Another thing that's cool about seitan is that it's planet friendly. Producing seitan uses a fraction of the land, water, and energy required to raise and kill animals. No methane belching cows, no deforestation for feed crops, just simple, sustainable plants. Number 4 is that it is versatile and satisfying. Seitan can be grilled, stir-fried, baked, or roasted, and easily flavored with spices, soy sauce, or marinades to mimic the taste and texture of meat. It helps new vegans transition away from animal flesh without feeling like they're missing out, because it has that sort of meaty-like texture to it. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't eat this actually all that often because I get my plant-based sources from other things, but every once in a while we do. So, tofu doesn't scream, and also Seitan doesn't scream. But let's keep reading here. Number 5 is that it's ethically and nutritionally balanced. When combined with other plant foods like legumes, grains, and vegetables, seitan provides a complete amino acid profile. It's also high in iron and can be enriched with B12 when used in commercial products. So a note for people with celiac though, let's remember, seitan is made from gluten, so it's not always suitable for everyone who can't digest it, but the vast majority of people do enjoy gluten products. They're fine to eat them. But for everyone else, it's one of the cleanest, most ethical sources of protein on Earth. Isn't that amazing? So if you care about the planet, there you go. Have yourself some seitan. Now, let's get back to our envelope. All right, so I'm going to take my package here and I'm going to fold it like this and I'm going to staple it because I'm sending a letter to Carrie. Now, unfortunately, the envelope has to be quite big. It bugs me because now I have to put extra staples in here. But that's just the way it has to be. So I've got my trusty staple gun here. Maybe I'll buy some envelopes at a future time, but you know, I've enjoyed kind of talking to you guys about this. Let's get a couple of these in here. Put one on the edge. And put 2 more here. I hope that's enough. What do you guys think? I hope it can't go through, because if it can pop through, that won't be very good. If it manages to sneak out, I don't think it's gonna fall out too easily. Push it in here. Okay, we're in. So I don't think it's gonna fall out when you shake it, right? There we go. Okay, let's put some stamps on here. We have our little stamp here. I'm gonna see if I can get this off. How does that come off? Just 1 second here. All right, so I gotta pull this part off here like that. And then we got our stamp here. So we're gonna put that, I guess you can put this right here in the corner there. And we have a bunch of other stamps here to put on as well. So I guess we can put them on in a row. And then we're going to write the address on here, and it's going all the way to Australia from Italy. How exciting is that? We checked online and it should take about 2 weeks to get there, it says, but other people say it takes a lot of a shorter time. So I'm gonna ask Carrie to let me know exactly when this arrives. So if this is something that interests you, if you would like to have one of these, let me know. I'm gonna write her name and address on here now, and we're gonna send it to the post office. But before we go to the mailbox, just a little thank you note on the back here for you, Carrie. Thank you for everything you do to help save animals. I really, really appreciate seeing you in my comment section. Thank you so much for all that you do. You were born vegan. You never wanted to hurt them. Return to your roots and be vegan again. Subscribe and press the notification bell. On my way to the mailbox, I've got my headphones on and I'm listening to different channels about teachers who have quit the profession because they find kids to be so cruel these days. And it makes me so sad to hear that. One music teacher said that the students were on purpose dropping their saxophones and violins, and another teacher said that students were stealing directly from her desk and she could do nothing about it. But today is a good day. We're focusing on the letter that we're sending to Carrie. All right, here it is, just a little tiny mailbox. I guess this is it. Doesn't have any times on it or anything, but here goes. Bye-bye. Putting letters like that in the mailbox reminds me of my childhood when my father used to entrust me with all of the important papers like the bills that we had to pay and so on. He always said, I know you can do it. Count each letter as you drop them in the box. Make sure that they're the same amount as we talked about right now. My dad made me count them before leaving the house, and then when I got to the mailbox, I took the job very seriously and I counted each one by one to make sure that the exact same amount were going into the slot. Tell me a little bit about your childhood memories. Do you like getting letters in the mail? Let us know. Be kind to each other in the comment section. And if you like this channel, subscribe and press the notification bell. See you tomorrow. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every